When are we, or are we ever going to see you on stage again doing stand-up?
I'm going to do it again because I got to break Kevin's new record. I got to get back on the stage because this new record that Kevin got, I got to have it back, Kevin.
Kevin Hart's a giant in comedy, no doubt, but lately, his name's been getting dragged, and not in a funny way. Other black comedians are coming for him hard, and it's getting messy. Comedy's wild like that. One day they praise you, next day they tear you down. And now, Kevin's looking real tense. Why?
See, I seen your stuff on social media, boy. I know what you do. But you do it for play.
Kevin Hart broke your stand-up box office record.
What record did he break?
He said he broke some record of your box office sales for stand-up.
I don't know. Where did he break?
Because Eddie Murphy might be about to drop some serious truth. There's talk that Kevin's hiding something big. Katt Williams already exposed a little earlier this year. Kevin tried to fire back, but he looked shook. Now with Eddie and crew rumored to be jumping in, things could get real ugly for Kevin fast. Kevin Hart's still not in the clear, and now Eddie Murphy's name is in the mix. Eddie's usually the chill, drama-free legend, so if he's stepping up to call out Kevin, you know it's serious. These two go way back. They even worked together on Meet Dave. But that history isn't stopping Eddie from supposedly calling out Kevin's shady moves. Word is, Kevin's rise to the top wasn't all hustle. Some say he cozied up to Hollywood power players and stepped on a few people to get ahead. And there's even more talk floating around about some questionable stuff behind the scenes.
What do you think a plant is? Maybe people don't understand the definitions of these words.
Let's be real. Eddie's been in the game since the 90s. He knows how the industry works and who's playing what game. If anyone would know what's really going on with Kevin, it's him. And don't forget, Katt Williams already fired shots, saying straight up on Club Shay Shay that Kevin is an industry plant. If you didn't know, the drama between Katt Williams and Kevin Hart goes way back, like 2008. Katt was supposed to star in Fool's Gold, but legal trouble kept him from flying to Australia for filming. That's when Kevin slid in and took the role. And that's where the tension reportedly started. Katt's been vocal ever since. He said he's not okay with people who bend the truth taking over the spotlight unchecked. He talked about how unfair it is that the ones telling stories, possibly fake ones, are the ones with all the power, while the rest are left struggling to be heard. He doesn't believe just having money and resources makes someone honest. To him, it's dangerous letting folks with shady past control the narrative while sitting on stacks of success. And yeah, Katt knows speaking up could make him a target. He said people might just call him bitter or jealous. But when asked if he feared the backlash, Katt dropped a heavy line. Satan can't create anything that includes blessings for his people. The number one job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is to act like it didn't happen. The whole Kevin Hart is an industry plant theory ties into a deeper Hollywood rumor that's been floating around for years. Word is, some entertainers get pressured, or even blackmailed, into doing things like wearing a dress on screen as some twisted initiation before they hit real fame. And it's not just Katt Williams saying this, Dave Chappelle's spoken on it too. Back in 2006, Dave hit Oprah's couch and explained why he walked away from a $50 million Comedy Central deal. He made it clear, it wasn't just about money. Big checks can come with big traps. Dave's been in the game since he was 14, and he's heard and seen how things go down behind the curtain. He mentioned how stars like Mariah Carey got $100 million, then suddenly she's labeled crazy. Or Martin Lawrence blows up, then he's out on the street yelling with a gun, saying someone's after him.
I got a show at your hometown in Philly. I'm gonna take my special there. On that stage, we can put whatever you want. A full court basketball court, a boxing ring.
When Oprah asked if he believed those stories, Dave didn't flinch. He said it always happens right before someone's about to level up. He was told to do sketches that humiliated him. Not the kind of comedy you're proud of. Dave said it felt like they wanted him to clown himself for a check. Dave Chappelle added even more fuel to the story when he talked about being asked to wear a dress while filming with Martin Lawrence. He walked into his trailer, saw the dress, and thought it was a mix-up. But nope. It was for a scene where Martin's character breaks out of jail by dressing Dave up. It wasn't about the dress itself, it was the pressure. Dave felt like the industry was trying to box black men into doing whatever for laughs, no matter the cost. They kept testing him, but he never cracked. That moment opened his eyes. He realized it wasn't just him. Other black stars had faced the same. Martin Lawrence wore one in Big Mama's House. Eddie Murphy did it in Nutty Professor, and Jamie Foxx gave us Wanda on In Living Color. It was a pattern, and Dave saw it clear as day. Then came the Wayans brothers with White Chicks, and let's not forget the flop Juana Man. But Tyler Perry really went all in with the Medea Empire. Around that time, a rising Kevin Hart jumped in on the convo, preaching about protecting your image and setting limits. Back then, Kevin was standing strong on his beliefs. No dress, no clown moves, no drama. When asked about wearing a dress for a role, Kevin was clear. Never been in that spot and wouldn't go there. He talked a lot about knowing your boundaries and guarding your brand at all costs. He even said he once turned down a talk show bit where they asked him to dribble a basketball just to make him look silly. For Kevin, it was all about staying in control and never letting the industry play him. Here's where things took a wild turn. Just a year after talking about boundaries and brand protection, Kevin popped up on SNL, rocking a dress in a skit as a 9-year-old Oscar nominee. Fans were quick to call him out.
Kevin Hart broke your stand-up box office record.
What record did he break?
He said he broke some record of your box office sales in stand-up.
I don't know. What did he break?
Accusing him of selling out and being fake. People were like, wait a minute. Wasn't he the one preaching about never crossing that line? That switch-up had folks feeling all kinds of confused. Kevin went from never wearing a dress to laughing it off and doing it anyway. When the heat started rising, Kevin flipped the narrative. He defended his move, saying no one forced Martin Lawrence into Big Mama's House, or Tyler Perry into Medea, or Jamie Foxx into Wanda's dress. To Kevin, it was all choice. Kevin kept pushing that it's all about choice angle, but people weren't buying it. Critics pointed out that Kevin was against the idea until the money started talking. Then suddenly, the dress didn't seem so bad. It's like when the cash hits the table, integrity just fades away. Folks start doing the exact things they swore they'd never touch. That's when you see their real priorities. Even Steve Harvey didn't sugarcoat it. He once said, "Give me $10 million and I'll embarrass myself all the way to the bank." That line hit hard. Steve basically admitted he'd ditch integrity for the right price. And that's the point. When the money's big enough, choices stop being so black and white.
Have we heard of a comedian that came to LA and in his first year in LA, he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No, we've never heard of that before that person or since that person. What do you think a plant is?
After Kevin wore that dress on SNL, his career skyrocketed. He became the highest paid comedian ever, stacking millions like never before. Some say that moment was the golden ticket that unlocked the whole game for him. Integrity? That's up for debate. But Kevin? He's been cashing in big time. Then Monique stepped in with some heat of her own. She claimed Kevin left her hanging when she was battling serious pressure from Hollywood heavyweights like Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry. That alone raised eyebrows, especially since Kevin's been seen getting real close with both of them in recent years. Back in 2021, on his Comedy Gold Mines podcast, Kevin sat down with Monique for a deep talk. They explored her journey, her struggles, and how Hollywood had treated her. If you know anything about Monique, you know she's had major beef with Oprah and Tyler. And yeah, we'll dive into that more later. But during their chat, Monique shared just how hard things got for her family. Like, really, up against the wall. Kevin, trying to play the good guy, called her family, a mix of mother, sister, and aunt. And he didn't stop at just words. Kevin Hart didn't just talk. He took action. He told Monique he didn't really know Oprah personally, but he promised to reach out to Tyler Perry. And he did. After a deep convo with Perry, Kevin came back with news. Tyler was ready to move on and let the drama go. Playing peacemaker, Kevin urged Monique to do the same. But Kevin didn't stop there. In her interview with Shannon Sharpe, Monique revealed that Kevin offered more than just emotional support. He put real opportunity on the table. He wanted to partner with her professionally and even offered to executive produce anything she wanted to create. Monique spilled even more tea. Kevin Hart didn't just support her with words, he actually loaned her a serious chunk of cash, and she paid it back with interest. But here's where it gets real messy. Kevin had promised to help get her talk show back on track, and Monique was hyped. Having Kevin as a producer could have taken the whole thing to the next level. She told her team and Endemol, the production company, and they were all in, super excited to work with someone like Hart. But then, plot twist.
We want to thank you. Come here. Don't sit on the bed at night. No homo. No, just don't get close to the bed. Don't get close. But it's just like, yo, we want to thank you for hosting the thing, man. It's been a pleasure. You didn't have to do it, and you did it.
No, I definitely didn't have to do it. I definitely didn't have to.
Just 2 weeks later, Endemol hit Monique with some bad news. Kevin's manager, Dave Becky, had called them up saying Kevin was backing out. Caught off guard, Monique reached out to Kevin directly, looking for answers. But instead of a real explanation, all she got was a soft brush off. Kevin told her, "We'll talk Tuesday. Don't worry about it." And that was it. 2 years passed, and Monique still hadn't heard a word from Kevin. Total silence. That's when fans started connecting the dots, and the theories started flying. Some say Kevin never planned to help her at all. People began pointing at his past slip-ups, like when he claimed he didn't really know Oprah. But wait, wasn't he just raving about her after his 2019 accident? In an interview with Ellen, Kevin joked about the mountain of flowers he got from Oprah after his back surgery. He said Oprah's flowers were next level, thriving like they were magic. They became a running joke in his house, because even after being ignored, they stayed fresh. He even said they took over the dining room so bad, the family had to eat on the floor to avoid messing up Oprah's plant.
Yeah. The water was deeper, though.
Came up, flame was gone. At that time, I was in panic. I have asthma. It was a difficult situation.
So now he's saying he barely knows her? Yeah, fans are calling that out. Hard. It's giving Shady vibes. And just to stir things up more, the rumor mill started spinning, with wild claims that Kevin sold his soul to Hollywood giants like Oprah and Tyler Perry. Word is, if Kevin had really stepped up to help Monique, he might have risked his own career. Why? Let's rewind to her long-standing beef with Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry. It all started in 2009 with Precious, which was produced by Oprah and Tyler and directed by Lee Daniels. Monique's issue? They wanted her to promote the film for free. She only got $50,000 for the role and refused to travel the world on her own dime. Instead of respecting her decision, Oprah and Tyler allegedly started dragging her name, painting her as difficult to work with. Monique later revealed that Tyler tried to convince her, saying, "If you get nominated for an Oscar, your next film is $3 to $5 million. If you win, it's $6 to $8 million. Monique wasn't buying it. She clapped back.
Hey, Kevin, when you hosted for Diddy, did you catch any baby oil?
You'll see, when I hosted for Diddy?
Yeah. Nah?
You asking the wrong person the wrong question.
I'm a black woman. Where are they paying those numbers? She stood firm, saying, "I can't work for free. I did my part." Tyler pushed back, claiming he doesn't give out money for free. It wasn't just a disagreement. It was a head-on collision in values, and Monique wasn't folding. Monique also claimed Tyler Perry went out of his way to block her from future acting gigs, all because she refused to fly to France for the Cannes Film Festival to promote Precious. Here's how it played out. The studio asked Monique to head overseas, but she had a full plate, hosting a talk show, doing stand-up, and making time for her family. She politely said no. They tried to win her over with a better hotel, but she and her husband weren't budging. Suddenly, Monique says she was labeled difficult. When the studio asked again what it would take to get her to France, her husband asked, "Is there a number involved?" That's when they hit back, saying they don't pay talent to promote movies. Monique reminded them she only got $50,000 for Precious.
The cop comes over
Cops like license and registration, please. So Mike go, Buck, where's the registration for the car? You know, he got this African accent, right? Buck go. Man, you better get the fuck out of here. Stop talking to me, Mike. I don't know this shit. I don't know what nothing out, man.
And said it was never about the money. She did the film for a friend. When the interviewer suggested she needed the paycheck to feed her family, Monique had a clapback ready. Things really went south for Kevin when cheating rumors exploded. Word was he stepped out on his ex-wife, Torrey Hart, with none other than his now wife, Eniku. Torrey and Kevin called it quits in 2011 after 8 years of marriage. And it wasn't a quiet split. Torrey caught him red-handed, and sources say it wasn't just one woman. The streets were talking, and Eniku's name kept popping up as one of the alleged side chicks before she became the main one. In an emotional moment, Torrey opened up about how she once dreamed of building an empire with Kevin. Instead, she was left heartbroken, watching his face plastered on billboards and red carpets while she picked up the pieces. She said it wasn't just about the betrayal, she doesn't even believe in divorce. Torrey wasn't just Kevin's wife, she was behind the scenes helping write jokes for his movies and stand-up. But here's the kicker. Kevin never gave her credit for any of it. To make it worse, word is he used the money from those same jokes to spoil his mistresses. And even after cheating on Torrey, he had the nerve to joke about it in his routines. Imagine being the one who held him down when he had nothing, only to end up as the punchline on stage. But things might be heating up even more for Kevin.
Did you think she wrote Girls Trip Goofball?
Right.
Or do you think that was already a script and they handed it?
Because Torrey is hitting the road with none other than Katt Williams. Yeah, that Katt. The same dude who's been going at Kevin for years. Torrey dropped the bomb on Instagram, posting a pic with her good friend Katt and announcing she's joining his Dark Matter tour. And this isn't just a casual gig. This tour is the same one that sparked major drama, especially after that viral Club Shay Shay interview where Katt went off on Kevin and others. So when Kevin was asked about Torrey teaming up with Katt, he played it cool, gave a mature answer, but you could feel the tension. Even if Kevin brushes off the rumors, fans can't help but wonder if all this is messing with how people see him. What do you think? Is this all just showbiz, or is there real smoke behind the scenes? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and don't forget to share this video. Catch you in the next one.